All right, how you doing? I'm going to do a little short testimonial for the Meat Heals website, and try to keep it to about 10 minutes. Well, look, I'm 55, 56 next month, and I drive a truck for a living. I didn't always do that. I've done lots of different things. I used to do more physical work, but last 15 years I've been doing this. And actually, I was very, very skinny as a youngster, all the way up until I was even like maybe 35 years old. I was very, very thin. People used to worry about me. I was too thin. So I guess now I was what you call insulin sensitive. I could eat anything. Okay, later on, just like most of you, a little bit of couple pounds here, a couple pounds there, maybe 1 pound a year, 2 pounds a year. I don't really know. And next thing you know, I was heavy. So I'm 6'2". I got pretty big shoulders, decent amount of muscle. And, but right now I'm 222, just about 223. And I still feel like I could take off 20 pounds. I can't carry like 240 like musclehead Sean Baker, but I got up to 284 approximately. I might have been up to about 290, but I quit getting on the scale. So about, like I said, I just gradually got bigger and bigger. Now driving a semi truck, long distances, and I stay out for long periods of time. I don't have a family at home now. I'm divorced, but and I would try to eat healthy. I would go for a while where I have a refrigerator in the truck and a microwave and that. And I would get in the habit for a while of, going to the grocery store, getting some semi-healthy food, at least so I thought. And I would actually go low carb. I was aware low carb is a thing. And, because I remember decades ago, my brother used to go like low carb for a while to lose weight. And so I knew that. Also, I'll say I've known for years I'm very, very sensitive to wheat and flour and corn and not so much rice, but suffered horrendous heartburn, acid reflux, not like, not really like full-blown like IBS, I don't think. But nevertheless, I would have you never know. Really emergency. I'd have to take an emergency crap. You never know when it was coming. And, just kind of violent. And then but then it's like for years, I just kind of thought that was normal. I don't know. I thought everybody did that. I didn't really know. And so, but I got off the grains. Now I had to take 2 Prilosec a day. Toms, Rolaids, whatever, Maalox. I always kept a bottle of Maalox just in case, I needed it. And, that was horrible. And then when I was on the Prilosec, that kept it down pretty well. Although I learned there's side effects from that medicine. Some of them they don't really even know, long term. So last November, so I got bigger and bigger, and then being heavy, and then it just led to more and more, depression. Also, just as an aside, I'll tell you, I'm an alcoholic. I'm an addict. I consider myself in recovery. You never cured, but I've been clean and sober for going on 27 years now. I quit smoking cigarettes 26 years ago. So, I'm happy with all that, but I have addictive behavior and addictive personalities, I've never been a gambler. And to tell you the truth, I've been afraid to ever start gambling because I'm afraid I might get addicted because I have that kind of personality. And so, obviously, food can be an addiction. And being on the road, there's not a whole lot of rewards for you out here, so that's one of the rewards that you do. I got to know every diner and dive in the country, but it had to stop. Constantly hitting the IHOP, the Waffle House, you name it, I would hit it. And I would do stuff in the truck even. Sometimes I would just make peanut butter and jelly, but hell, I could eat half a loaf of bread like it was nothing. And like I said, got up to probably almost 290. Now, last November, I'll try to keep this a little more brief. Last November, I was just sick of being sick like that and that bloated feeling. I always felt like I'd swallowed a basketball, even like first thing in the morning before I would even eat. I already felt just so full and bloated and aching joints and all that. I still got a little bit of that, but last November, so almost a year ago, I was at Walmart and I always wore a 2XL t-shirt, and they were for years. And then they got a little more tight. And then finally I was at the Walmart and I finally broke down and I had a pack of 3X Hanes t-shirts in my hands. Was on my way up to the checkout. And I just finally stopped and I said, no, I am not going into a 3X. I mean, this is ridiculous. Just being this big. I can't carry this kind of weight. And most all of it, your visceral abdominal fat, the most dangerous kind, I've got thin legs, not much of a backside, and but big gut around the middle. And so I said, no, I got to do something. And it was somehow after that I stumbled onto, just by accident, I had never heard of keto, but I started doing a little bit of low carb, and then I was reading, I might have been reading through the Dr. William Davis Wheat Belly again, or maybe I was watching a video, and then you know how YouTube is, you just get a video suggestion of something or other, like maybe it was Dr. Jason Fung, or who knows what it was, and then I started hearing this word ketogenic, and I thought, what's that? And I started reading and listening a little bit more, and then I thought, hey, that makes sense, and I started learning about now I'm kind of an expert in type 2 diabetes, at least more than most people. I don't have type 2, luckily, but I've learned a lot about it because, as you all know, we learn how the insulin, the hormones and all this kind of thing works, and why, getting up in the morning and eating fruit like I used to do is just the worst thing. I would get up and eat pineapples, and I would drink milk and orange juice, and I would be hungry again almost immediately, So finally I made the change. Started doing keto, mostly meat, and I would, do broccoli and green beans and some other vegetables, occasional fruit, and then started doing salads. I started eating a lot of spinach, with just spinach and leaf lettuce, like with vinegar and oil. But then I noticed all of a sudden I was eating more salad than I ever had before, along with my steak. But I was getting horrendous stomach aches from the spinach, and I just quit doing it. And then it just kind of morphed into doing carnivore. And so now I'm doing basically almost all carnivore. I hit a little bit of a stall for a while now. I've been kind of stalled at like 230 and couldn't seem to break through. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to not buy any more cheese and no more bacon, at least for a while. And we're going to see if that makes a change. And I think maybe it has. I've cheated a few times though, so I'm not sure. But I got down to, now the last couple weeks, 3 weeks, I've lost another 8 pounds, down to 222. And so, but let me tell you, that could go straight back up to 230 within a matter of days if I just let it slip. I'm doing good. I feel better than ever. I do have my cheat days. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. Every couple months, or maybe twice a month, I will hit a Waffle House, and I'll get me a waffle and some potatoes, I do that every couple months maybe, but not too bad. Not too bad. I really, I'm eating ribeye steaks now, and I'll wrap this up. I got a grill, a small Weber grill I carry with me, propane. I can cook a couple steaks within 5-10 minutes. And put a little butter on them, and that's it, and water and a lot of black coffee. And so that is my short testimony for you, and this is the only way I can do it. I cannot go back and try to eat carbs and control it no more than I could ever go back and have a Budweiser, because I cannot control that. So that's it, and good luck to all of you.